Yes. Hi, Don. Don, do you hear me?
Oh, let me
Hi,
go
Don.
ahead and help unmute.
Can you? Yeah. Can you talk to Don?
Yes, I had muted everyone early. Sorry about that. Let me go ahead and help unmute.
Sorry about that. I couldn't unmute.
Hi, Don. This is Amir. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Amir.
Hey,
I
Don,
just
I want to tell you, you are in the middle of something we didn't expect. We had so many people joining that we end up to run out of the seat, and we are connecting the Google Meet and Zoom to be able to handle people. You are so popular that you're crashing our systems.
I don't know if I don't know if I'm that popular, but do you want me to go on the Google Meetup? I just got that.
You got the link of the Google Meet? You know,
I got that from Zori. Where do you want me?
Yeah. I think if you go to the Google Meet is okay. Do you see me right now on the Zoom? Do you see my? Do you see me?
Yeah, I see you on Zoom, and I'm on Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah, very good. So I think it's better if you come to the Google Meet such that we don't have a delay, and then the rest they see it in a Zoom. We have many of the speakers on Google Meet, so it's better you come to Google Meet, please.
Okay, I'm trying that.
Okay, very good. So Stefan, you need to keep both sides open to communicate.
Okay, I have to see who's going to share though, because if we have, I can't share the screen and then have the presenters also share the screen at the same time. So I can present it on Zoom, and then the students that are presenting can present on Google Meet to share their screens.
Okay, so right now we're going to have, who is the first one is going to go?
First, we have Samurai Velocity.
Okay, we have Samurai Velocity, and he's here. He is right now on the, okay, I have Don here. Hi, Don. Very good, great to see you. So Don, let me, first of all, we highly appreciate you being here. We know you're busy, and is a pleasure and honor to have you here. The kids have read about your bio, and they know that the amazing things you have done and amazing thing the Skoll Foundation is doing. So we really appreciate it. Let me give you just very rapid background. The kids you're seeing are from around the world, from maybe more than 17 countries. They're all K-12. And what they're doing is they are the ones that are in the last step of a journey of learn, create, innovate. They are the ones that got to the innovation stage, and they build solutions to hardest problems in the world, like sustainable development goals. And what they have worked on over the last year till end of the summer and now is a solution for carbon removal. This was aligned with Elon Musk Carbon Removal X Prize. But that is for college kids, and these kids are doing their solution. And we usually have 4 or 5 of those students present their solution to amazing change makers like you. And the way it goes is they present, and then at the end of it would be great to have a conversation between you and them about what they said to get some inputs. And then at the end, if you can give you kind of your overall thoughts for 5-10 minutes, and if they have any remaining question, that's kind of the flow. Okay, fantastic. You're famous enough that they know about your background, so I'll not ask you to give the background of yourself. Already they're swarming in, so let us focus on handling the number of the people coming in. So let's start. Samurai Velocity, can you share your screen, and please go ahead.
Yeah, I'll just share my screen. Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you see?
Yes, and we will have done a time for you to talk about the Skoll and social entrepreneurship after a few of the presentation that you give feedback. We definitely will have the time. And we don't hear you are mute.
Hi everyone, I'm sure you have thought of this question once. You have thought of this question. Have you ever thought that climate change was impossible to solve? Luckily, we have a plant in your backyard that can solve this problem. Before I tell you that magical plant, let me tell you about our team. Our team's name is Samurai Velocity, and we have team members from India, Kenya, New Zealand, Nigeria, and Rwanda. We help to save humanity by conserving nature and working on the sustainable development goals, just like real samurais. And you can know more about our team on our website. Now, let me reveal that magical plant I talked about before. It is bamboo. Yes, bamboo. Now, let me tell you why we chose bamboo. It is the fastest growing plant ever and grows at a speed of 2.9 feet per day. And it is extremely cheap at just 20 cents per seed. And it adapts to any type of climate and is proven to withstand even drought. So it's fast, cheap, and adaptable. Now, let me tell you what are we going to use bamboo for. The problem right now, the biggest problem in the world right now is carbon emissions from fossil fuels for electricity production. This graph shows the spike in carbon emissions just because of fossil fuels. And to do that, our solution is to convert these coal power plants into bamboo biomass plants. Now, let me show you our simulation showing this bamboo biomass plant. So you can see here, a solar grower plants bamboo for a biomass plant to generate electricity. So first, the bamboo is planted on the coal collection area. That is the place where coal is stored. And then it's harvested by a solar powered tractor. Then it is sent to this storage area. Then it's sent inside the bamboo biomass facility. And then it's used in the same process of electricity generation as coal. Since coal is just compressed biomass, normal biomass can work as well. And out of this bamboo, half of the bamboo will be used for electricity generation, while the rest will be given to other companies to make furniture, limestone, and many things. Let me explain it in detail with this flow chart diagram. So there is what I told you before, the coal yard or the place where coal is stored. Before, this was the place where coal was stored, but now we have repurposed it into a bamboo plantation. And it, as I told you before, uses drone and the harvester, but half of this bamboo is used for the electricity generation. Now, this bamboo has a carbon neutral impact because the carbon dioxide generated while we burn the bamboo is again absorbed by the bamboo. So it's a carbon neutral impact. No CO2 is absorbed or released, net CO2. While the rest part here, this part has a carbon negative impact. It absorbs the CO2, locks it in the bamboo, and we are going to use it. We are going to give it to other companies to convert it into furniture, limestone, and all sorts of things, and can even replace plastic. Now, let me tell you about our business model. So it has 4 phases. The first phase is to prepare. As I told before, we will be requiring the drone, the seeds, and the harvester. Then we'll need to transition. That is, the drone plants bamboo on the coal yard, the place where coal is stored, to generate electricity. Then half of the bamboo helps in achieving a carbon negative impact. Now, as I told you before, that this half bamboo is sent to other companies for products like limestone, furniture, etc. Now, the the revenue generated from selling this bamboo is again used to convert a new coal power plant. So it ends in a positive feedback loop. Now, the sum of the profit from selling this bamboo is used to plant carbon monoxide absorbing plants like bamboo pulp. While generating electricity, some gases such as carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and all harmful gases are produced. To be 100% eco-friendly, we are going to be planting some plants like bamboo pulp. You might be thinking, why should a person or the coal power plant owner change from a coal power plant into a bamboo biomass plant? Usually people are reluctant to change, but we have here a win-win situation that will definitely allow them to change. First of all, obviously, it is good for the planet. Second, there is a coal crisis, a global coal crisis, and a shortage of coal. So they have to switch to something, or else they cannot continue to operate that power plant. And this is the win-win opportunity I talked about. And it is absolutely free because we use the profit we earn from selling the bamboo. The thing is, it's like they are giving us land to plant bamboo. So it is absolutely free. And the owners get a share of the profits as well. If this solution has these many advantages, then why has this not been done before? Well, it's because of electrical efficiency. What I mean is that bamboo is 1.5 times less efficient than coal when you generate electricity. And to solve this, luckily, we have another solution. We are going to convert these coal bamboo logs into pulverized bamboo. That is like sawdust, using the built-in coal pulverizer. With this, we can make bamboo 1.3 times more efficient than it originally was. We have finalized this idea, and now we are going to market this idea. That is, we are on the marketing phase. And our strategy is a 30-second inspirational video in the form of a story. Let me tell you the impact of a 30-second video. These two iconic videos, Think Different by Apple and Find Your Greatness by Nike, they have such a huge impact that they turned these two companies into multi-billion-dollar companies. They were the best inspirational videos in history. That was the impact of a 30-second video. Our videos or our slogan is be a change maker, be a samurai. Our message is to inspire people and tell that anyone can change the world. And by showing how a common plant like bamboo can save humanity, we can get people interested in our solution. The special thing about our video is that it happens in a cinematic way, featuring stunts, just misses, and a sense of inspiration and love for protecting nature. So the goal or the plan of this solution is to convey this message to everyone through social media and inspire them so that they can join PolyUp and our team. By joining our team, they can provide their valuable inputs and give us some ideas that we might have never thought of. Now, let me show you our video so that you can understand it better. Can you hear the voice? Sound?
We don't hear the voice, but it's okay, Jogan. Just let the video go. It's okay.
Okay.
You can talk over it.
Actually, most of this does not have much of a script. It's just the animation and the music to display the the story. And in this part, I am explaining how I'm showing about the problem, just telling us how they can help by joining our team. And yes, that's it. thank you very much for listening to our solution, and I hope you liked it.
I loved it. Way to go, samurais.
Thanks.
Very inspiring. How'd you guys think of bamboo? What inspired that thought?
Actually, we recently bought a bamboo plant. My parents bought a bamboo plant as a decorative piece, and that time only they started the X Prize competition. So I was thinking, so bamboo grows really fast, so it should be really helpful in carbon absorption. So then I did a bit of research. I found out that it absorbs a lot of CO2. Then I just got into this solution, and then my team members gave a lot of inputs. And that's how this whole idea we got.
You guys have been very thoughtful in pushing this to such a high level. Have you talked to anybody in the coal industry to propose what you're doing?
No, actually, we are planning to get someone to help us bring this in real life, but that's just our plan. We are going to have that very soon.
Can't wait to watch the video and hear the sound and see it online. You'll inspire many people. I had a question for you. Have you thought about, a lot of people make their living digging up coal, and the coal industry employs a lot of people. Why not have those people work on planting the bamboo as opposed to using drones? Why use the drones to plant?
Yeah, the thing is that the place in the coal power plant, it's actually it's a bit dangerous. Even though we have the bamboo and stuff, there will be a lot of fumes there. It's going to be absorbed by the bamboo, but it's going to go directly towards the bamboo, and so it could affect them. So that we don't have much casualties, we decided to go with this. And financially, I think this is a better option. It's like a one-time payment, and we do not have to. And actually, this creates jobs as well, because as I told you, we use the bamboo, we give it to other companies to create furniture lines for, and then we can tell that there are some labor from the coal industry who you could trade to work at these other plants as well, so we could get something like that going on.
You guys have thought of everything. I'm actually staring at bamboo in my backyard as I'm sitting here. So now I'm going to go plant some more trees so that we can absorb some carbon, even if I'm not going to put a coal plant in my backyard. So thank you for educating me.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thank you. That was great. And Don, to just be, you know how they did it. Every simulation animation you saw, every element of that is done by math. So the whole thing is how they connected what they learn in their curriculum and in their school to real life directly. So we are very proud of them and how they use it.
You should be. You guys should all be very proud of yourselves. And how old are you?
I'm actually 11, but I'm going to turn 12 in a couple of weeks.
Well, you're smarter and more sophisticated than many 30 and 40-year-olds that I've heard present business plans. So keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jagan. Stephanie, who do we have next?
Next, we have Technological Future, Aisha.
Is Aisha online on the Google Meet?
No.
Aisha, are you on?
Yes, sorry, 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Can you see my screen?
Not yet. One second.
We can see it.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. I'm Aisha from Azerbaijan, and I'm the CEO of Technological Future Startup, PolyUp Innovation Hub. My team members are from India, Azerbaijan, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Ireland. What they want to do? People are constantly polluting nature and using excesses to justify themselves. Putting these excesses aside, we are trying to save the future of our world. by developing technology. And the biggest problem today is the rapid global warming due to the increase in carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. And we think that algae can help us a lot in solving this problem because algae replicates the same process like trees, but absorbs the carbon in the form of more algae. Also, algae can consume more carbon dioxide than trees because it can grow faster and will more easily controlled by food bioreactors. We grow microalgae in food bioreactors. For this, we use carbon dioxide from power plants, wastewater, and sunlight. We don't use productive soil or clean water for all this. We will also be able to turn wastewater into clean water through algae. And we can not only solve the problem of carbon dioxide, but also the problem of wastewater, and we will not depend on fossil fuels. Oxygen is also produced because algae photosynthesize. This is a simulation I prepared of our project. You can see here that microalgae are grown in food bioreactors. Then it can be sent to other companies for the production of biofuels. But now, so far, biofuel production is not part of our system. We are just growing algae, and in the future, we will work on fuel production. And how much carbon dioxide is used to grow 1 kilogram of algae? 1.5 to 2 kilograms of CO2 is required to produce 1 kilogram of algae biomass. And is it possible to take 1 gigaton of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere? Yeah, approximately 500 million tons of algae biomass must be grown to use 1 gigaton of carbon dioxide. And yeah, thanks for listening.
Fantastic. Don, do you want to go ahead, please?
Yeah, this is amazing. What a great presentation. Aisha, how old are you?
I'm 13.
You guys have a really interesting idea. So help me understand a little better. How does the algae make clean water? Did I understand that correct? Does the algae help take wastewater and make it clean?
Yeah.
And is that just a natural process?
Yeah.
That's very interesting because water's becoming scarcer and scarcer. So that's a huge positive. Do you grow the algae how does the algae grow? Does it grow in a processor? How does it work?
In food bioreactors, closed systems.
It's a closed system, very interesting. And then the goal is to be able to use that for fuel?
Yeah.
That's very exciting. And how long have you all been working on this project?
1 month.
You did all this?
Yes. Yeah.
Still, that's amazing that you guys got all this done in that time. It's really exciting. What's the next step for you?
We plan to send the remaining algae biomass to biofuel plants, and but in the coming years, we will try to prepare biofuels ourselves.
Wow, very cool. And what is one of those biofuel reactors? Is it expensive? Do you know how much they cost? The closed system?
Yeah, but it's helpful for future and our Earth.
Yes, it is. Well, you guys are wonderful. Keep it up. I can't wait to learn more about algae as a source of saving the planet and creating clean water.
Thank you very much for this. Thanks very much for listening.
It's wonderful.
Don, let me just give you one background. Aisha is from Azerbaijan, correct, Aisha?
Yeah.
So these kids is just amazing. Over a few months, they first was communicating through Google Translate.
Amazing.
Now they're presenting, and we had before that after the presentation done was very hard for them to understand question and real-time answer. now they start to understand the question real-time answer. So it's just, it's mind-boggling every week how they improve. So I should
You guys do this once a week, you get together, or how often?
Yeah, once a week.
And where are all the team members from?
Well, they are from 17 countries right now.
No, this team that I just heard from.
Oh, I should tell what countries or team are you from?
Yes, Azerbaijan, India, Nigeria, Rwanda, and Ireland.
That's so cool. I wish all of you guys were at COP26 right now, because you've got better ideas than they're working on. So
fantastic, Aisha. Thank you. Let's go next one. Who is it, Stephanie?
Next, we have the world's poly innovators. Anavaji, please go ahead.
And Anavaji, if you can show your, show the video also would be good. Anybody can turn on video. It's good to see you when you talk.
Can you screen my screen? Can you see my screen?
yep.
I'm Anavaji. I'm 14 years old. I'm in the 9th grade. I'm from Azerbaijan. I'm the CEO of PolyUp startup. Our solution is a new carbon dioxide to diamond device. Let's serve the world with a new device. The members of my team are from Azerbaijan, Oman, Rwanda, and Palestine. We have come together from different countries to save the world. We innovate to save the world. What is the cause of global problem? Global warming. Global problem, global warming. Simulation mentioned on global warming. 1 minute. Global warming simulation. You can see now all sides are being plant and animals things are healthy. Let's start the measure. You can see cell levels are falling when there's global warming, and the fish every side turns into a desert. The plant world is being destroyed in order to avoid the problem of global warming. How can we solve the problem of global warming? With our new device, we can solve the problem of global warming. How does the device work? Device prototype. 1 minute, machine. The device captures the atmosphere. It attracts hydrogen gas, carbon dioxide, and oxygen gas. It compresses inside the device at a temperature of -79 Celsius. The nitrogen gas and oxygen gas come out on the other side. Carbon is converted into dry ice and stored in a special container. The device captures the gas from the atmosphere inside -79 Celsius. When frozen carbon turns into dry ice and it levels the atmosphere, dry ice is collected in a special container below. On the other hand, the carbon-free atmosphere is released into the air. process project machine. Sorry, internet connection.
No problem. I can't wait to see more.
Oh yeah. Indicates the use of solar panels and wind energy for large device. Carbon dioxide to diamond device. What's a special container? Store to the product in special containers. Clover products are made of special durable plastic or stainless steel with double wax. An additional foam pad prevents heat from penetrating the container and is kept at the ice's oven temperature for some time. How does the device use -79 energy? On the white energy and battery. We use wind and solar energy only our big device, which is in factories. When we say small device, what are the dimensions of the device? The dimensions of the device itself will be 45 centimeters, 30 centimeters, and 30 centimeters. The dimensions of the special container will be 30 centimeters on each side. How much carbon does the applicant clean? The device removes 187 grams of carbon in 10 minutes. The device removes 1 kilogram, 126 grams of carbon per hour. Cleans 27 kilograms of carbon per day. 100 million devices clean more than 1 gigaton of carbon. PolyUp simulation. Use of the device, factory, enterprises, and house. Dry ice simulation. What is dry ice? Dry ice is a solid form of carbon. Let's look at the simulation. Red is oxygen and black carbon. At -79 degrees Celsius, carbon dioxide turns into dry ice. The molecular notation of both in the sun. Carbon dioxide, dry ice. How to make synthetic diamonds in factories? Chemical vapor deposition technology or high pressure, high temperature technology. Simulation machines. chemical vapor deposition technology, and high pressure, high temperature technology. And device process diagram, process flow diagram. And process carbon dioxide to diamond process diagram. And our website.
Very impressive. When can I get some of these diamonds? I've got to buy my wife some Christmas presents. I want one of your diamonds for that. Is it very hard to make, take that carbon and make diamonds?
So Don, I think there is a little bit hard to process questions and real time answer them. Yeah. So Anabaji, if you want, the question is how hard is to make the diamonds? You want to explain a little bit? Yeah. They have done some study because actually is quite impressive. I haven't seen this simulation. All of it is new. You know, they're taking the environment to the limit right now. There's so many parts they're using to show the simulation. One of the things that they do is they try to estimate the cost, and we have discussed how for them to reach out to various companies in these areas and start to learn more. And some of them, there is some fund we are raising right now for the companies to start to do some prototyping beyond the virtual prototyping. That's where they start to get a little bit more handle of what would be the real cost. So right now what they have is Google and searching.
Yeah. Well, it's very exciting. All this work you're doing, my son, who's now in business school, but worked for a company called Carbon America, it was looking at all sorts of different technologies to do carbon capture. They're based in Boulder, Colorado. So maybe I should get, for your next session, if you all want to talk to Kevin Peiken, he's the brains behind it all and can talk about some of the big scale efforts they're working with the oil and gas companies to do that.
Fantastic. Would be more than glad to have me here. That would be amazing. Really appreciate that. So Stephanie, is it okay if we move the others? I know they're very excited to do their presentation, but we move them for next week, and we let Don. Don, if you can give us some overview on what you saw and what your Skoll Foundation you're doing. If something you feel is good for the kids to know, if you can give an overview, we really appreciate it. And while you're doing that, anybody has any questions? Now we have two areas. I see only the Google Meet. Put your questions here. Stephanie sees the Zoom, so we'll read some of your questions at the end.
Yeah, feel free to throw in some questions, please, because I'd love to answer what the kids want. But I just want to tell you how inspiring all of you are. The world needs you now, because as we look at what's happening, we adults are not doing a good enough job of working together to solve these problems. And I'm so inspired by how all of you are working, not just on innovations, but working across national boundaries to figure out these solutions. And you give me hope for the future, which we need right now, because we adults aren't doing a very good job these days. And at Skoll Foundation, what we do is, once ideas like yours get to the point that they've been proven, we help fund them to get to scale. So we're not like an incubator. We're more of we call it mezzanine, or sort of the middle layer, but we'll fund people who have great ideas to save the world. Once they've proven the idea in a sort of real life situation, how do you scale that to make a difference? And climate is one of the big areas we're doing that in. We recently joined something called Methane Hub. And as you all probably have learned with all the great work you're doing, methane gases are, well, they don't stay in the atmosphere as long. They're 10 times worse than other gases in terms of speeding up climate change. And there are very easy solutions that are available to reduce the amount of methane. And so we, 100 and some odd countries at COP26 signed onto a methane agreement, and philanthropists are providing money for technical assistance to help people figure out how to capture the methane that's leaking and reduce that. So we're very excited about that. We work on all sorts of things in the climate space, and I'm so inspired to see the solutions that you are coming up with. But I'm happy to answer questions, Amir. Is that helpful? What would be most useful?
That would be great. So let's see if there are questions from the kids. Again, I don't see the Zoom. I couldn't get the Zoom myself. But let's go. I see Jogan hand is up. Jogan, can you go ahead, please?
Yeah, so I had a question. Actually, our team's next goal is to somehow get the solution to be implemented in real life. And so we want to like start out with a prototype and maybe get some person to help us. So do you have any idea on like any suggestions on how we could start out?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm hoping, because you guys have such a good video and presentation, that when you start showing that to people, they'll jump on. I don't personally know any like initial funders for a prototype, but I think you guys have such a cool presentation that it should, hopefully you'll find somebody to fund this even on the internet, because you've done such a good job thinking it through.
Thank you very much.
And Charles, I saw your question in the chat. I love Rwanda. My wife actually does work in Rwanda, and the foundation, we fund organizations that do work in Rwanda, but they're global organizations. The main one, 1 Acre Fund, that helps smallholder farmers, is doing a lot of work in Rwanda, as well as Partners in Health, which is helping create hospitals in Rwanda.
Fantastic. So, Don, the way that the work, the international work is happening is we work with the local organizations that they have been in education for 10, 20 years. And, like what you saw, Charles, is with the organization called Edified Generation. They are, it's amazing how they grow now. They started from like 2,000 students. Now they're looking in winter to go to 300,000 students to come to Rwanda Challenge. So it's just mind-boggling how rapidly this is growing, to kind of connect the curricular maths to the real life.
That's amazing.
Without changing curriculum, which takes years to do. And just what they learn, how to find real life. We have others right now. So we have, Jawad, which is here, is from another organization from PSD in Palestine. And Jawad, do you want to say anything? I didn't know a school is already supporting there. So do you want to say anything, Jawad?
I said that what we have from Palestine now, we have been getting support from Skoll Foundation since 2012. And really, this is getting to the point that we have such students willing to solve real life challenges and global challenges. Thanks for school support, and for Don, for all what we are doing to Palestinian children and other children all over the world.
Well, thank you all, and I think we're excited that this great work is happening, and And these students are going to fix the planet because we need all the help we can get.
Fantastic. So let's focus on the kids' questions. Stephanie, is there anything? I mean, I don't see the other side on the. You can read their questions if there is any on the
Zoom.
Zoom.
Most of them are in Arabic. Sal is also there. I'm not sure if there's any she wants to add here, but yeah, if any of them come in English or we see any translations come in, we'll definitely.
Okay, so yeah, we have translation issues. I hear. Let me ask one question, Don. This was from the kids, early on when we had these discussions. So one of the main things that they are looking at it right now is we are now in the second year of the kids. So some of the kids you see, this is the second year they're doing it. They're moving into how to like market and increase the outreach to kind of go after what they're doing, more like a movement that brings many people around. Is there any ideas you can share with them that, in addition to the classic way that the startups work, you go and get a funding and you do, and they're growing up and they can do that better. Is there any way to do this more like movement and bring people together? What are the aspects of social entrepreneurship that you can share with them? How to grow their resources by the message and by importance of what they're doing, in addition to standard, innovation engine of a startup?
Interesting question. I mean, I think, there are the big thing you need to identify are the incubators that would work with projects like all the ones that the students are working on, because they are the initial stage helpers for this type of work. And they provide funding, but they also provide capacity support to really test out an idea and to build. So working to identify those in the local markets. And there's for instance, in Africa, there's something called the Nzisha Prize, where young entrepreneurs apply with their ideas and they get some support to develop them. And then if they win, they get the funding. So that would, and it's all across the continent in Africa. There probably are others in India and in other parts of the world. And then there's some, like Intel holds a national science competition to fund ideas like this. So trying to tap into those networks, I'm not as familiar with them, Amir, but those would seem to be the places to go.
That's fantastic. Very good. Thank you. We already are 5 minutes past the time, and I apologize for that. Sorry about getting your time down. Is there any other, unfortunately, this, and I apologize for this issue that caused from two different.
No problem.
So, I mean, we fault you for bringing too many people in, and we'll be ready next time for having a larger capacity for doing this. I mean, the growth is that happening is kind of every time surprise us. Also, we should expect more, and that's great. I appreciate it. Again, thanks a lot for being here, and I really appreciate all the inputs you provide.
Let me finish by just thanking all the young people who are coming up with these, giving their time to work on solutions for the planet and working across country boundaries. It's incredibly inspiring for an old guy like me to see all that you guys are doing. It gives me hope for the future.
Fantastic. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks a lot. We continue with the kids for a few minutes. Thanks a lot, Don. So this was an amazing session. We now outgrow our facility that we have through Zoom. We had more than, there's a limit of 100, and then we have a overflow to the YouTube. I don't know how much they went there, because that's where they get to. But this caused a little bit of issue this time. I apologize for that. The presentation was amazing. Especially the simulations are really where it makes your presentations to become to life and make them much more effective. We need to find ways to have transition from two simulations shorter, like, you know, having the simulation open and ready such that you just change the tab. And when you go to that tab, the simulation already is up such that you can show and you can have a much faster transition. Let me say a few words about what has happened this week. I put a news on Discord. Something very, very important has happened again because of your amazing work. So as you know, X Prize announced their winners, and they decided to only keep it at the college level. While this happening, Stanford has reached out and they said they like to be actually the ones that judge the K-12 submissions. So the Center for Sustainable Development and Global Competitiveness in Stanford, I'll put their site up here such that you all can see. This is the center in the engineering school at Stanford. They reached out and they already, as you know, they started a program that called Center for Sustainable Development and Global Competitiveness Poly Challenges in Stanford, which they were setting up the 2022 Poly Challenge targets. Two of them already have been announced: clean water for urban communities, using 100% renewable energy, and home for 1 billion people moving to the cities before 2020. In here, they have put a link. I'm going to put this link up right now. Stephanie, please put it in the Zoom also. I'll put it in this here. This is the link for the site. They have put a form. You see, it says click here. And if you go to that form, is asking all in community organization, NGOs, large and small organizations, ministries, governments, to just put their suggested idea for future Poly challenges. So please go and you can submit as many as you want. Kids can do that. There is no limit on who can do that. You just put your first name, last name, your organization name. If you're a kid, put organization as Innovation Hub. That's your organization. And put what you like to be the target, a bold target for the next summer. And submit that, because they're going to review and announce as the target for next year. The carbon removal will remain as one of the targets, but your startups can change, pivot as they call it, and focus on a new challenge. So please make sure you fill it. There's no limit of how many ideas you can put there, but please think about bold ideas, important ideas, which have large impact, and is important for people to find practical and financially viable solutions by having innovative methods to solve biggest problems in the world. So make sure you put that. Now, what they have done is they just told us yesterday, which I shared already through Discord, that they are going to have a committee of the profs in Stanford, including Professor Mike Lepek, which has came twice and have seen what the amazing work you guys are all doing, to review the solutions for carbon removal. There are 4 of them already submitted. If any of you wants to submit, still you have time before December 12 to submit. And they are going to announce the best solutions. And the best solution is going to get significant amount of poly points after December 12. I put the other means that there are going to be awards on after December 12. That is provided again. It is the list of it is on Innovation Hub. There are 10 points I put there. You know, the companies that made libraries, the libraries based on the revenue, the sales of the libraries in Polycoin. They are going to get awards based on the ranking. Anybody that has pitched over the past 22 weeks is unbelievable. Now we are almost 5 months that you're doing this. Anybody has pitched is going to get their company, their startup is going to get 2,000 Polycoins. And then the other news is the funds that is coming to the hub has been increased to $15,000. So after December 12th, the additional award will be assigned to the startups. Those of you that help bringing new students by referrals. As you know, referrals now is at work. If you bring some new students and you're using the referral link in PolyUp, and I want to make sure you know what the referral link is. As soon as you go to this sign at the top, here says invite your friend. And this invite your friend, this link has a unique ID. This long number is an encrypted ID, but that ID knows who is the person that brought new kids. So you're going to be tracked in a sense of how many people you brought in. And as soon as any of those new students goes through the learning stage and solves the national challenges activities, and they get to 500 coins, at the moment that they make the 500 coins, you are going to be getting 500 coins in your side as a personal coin. And those are all going to get added between December 12th and December 15th. You'll not see it right now. It's going to be added at once. So by December 15th, all the students that help others become in, they're going to get the referral coins. And because the coins of startups is some of the coins of its members and the awards, so you're not only helping yourself bringing more coins personally, you're helping your company to have more coins. So that's another one that happens between December 12 to December 15. The top revenue companies after all of these awards and referrals and in addition to the personal coins that are team members, those are going to get added up, and the top companies are going to get additional coins. So there are different ways that is your impact on your self-learning, or you're helping others to learn, all will increase your coins and your company coins. And those two will be kept separate. Your coins are in the system. Your startup coins will be separately announced by December 15th. And then that $15,000 will be divided between all the coins, the companies and the personal coins, and would be a list of prizes that you can purchase those prizes either personally or for companies from the funds that you have in your personal account in PolyUp right now, and from your company account, which is going to get announced by December 15, how much coins you have in it. The ones for companies, the prizes are more about, marketing and prototyping funds, how to have micro funds to fund your company for the next stage to start to actually do prototyping. And the personal ones would be more toward amazing programs, like programs in Stanford and Oxford and other amazing centers around the world that enables kids at your age to go to the next level. And those programs all cost money. You have to apply for them, but the cost of it will be covered if you have enough coins personally to cover them. So, or toward that, you can have partial payment toward that. So this is what we're going to announce by December 12th. Between now and December 12th, your focus should be, make amazing marketing videos by simulation. Those videos can go out right now. As you know, in Azerbaijan, there are more than 900,000 4th to 9th graders that receive weekly emails over the next 5 weeks. And the team in Azerbaijan is deciding which of your marketing videos they choose as top videos, and they put in those emails. So you instantly get 900,000 views of your marketing videos. And the best marketing videos are the ones that you talk over the videos, that they show simulation, you edit them well, submit it to the innovation hub. And when you submit there, everybody sees it, and the Azerbaijan team can use it. Same would be in other countries, in Rwanda, in India, in Kenya, in Nigeria. All the partners can leverage the videos you're providing. When your videos are shared, underneath, we will put the invite link from one of your team members. So that means that your company is going to get the benefit of referral of who is coming. So that way you can actually, make sure that you increase the revenue of your startup. That should be a lot of focus on it. Make sure by December 12, you have as much as revenue as you can, and bring as many people as you can. Now, these are just referrals that tracks. You are the ones that are source of amazing ideas on how to bring new people in. We have heard ideas like putting webinars. We know in some of the countries, kids are putting webinars for other kids, new kids to come in. And there are ways to share your games. For example, gaming is an amazing way to bring new kids in. As you know, you can make your games to submit it and turn to have leaderboards. The machines which are acting as a game, like how fast you can achieve a goal is not enough to just achieve the goal. How fast achieving it gives you a leaderboard. So that's another example of how you can make this happen. You still have till December 12th to add to your libraries. Libraries are going to get ranked based on their sales in Polycoin, and they are going to be, their revenue in Polycoin, and they're going to be given awards based on their ranking. So if you have libraries which is not finished, you have till December 12th, reach out to Mohammed, make sure your library is finished and comes out, and start to promote that, such that you can have sales on your, you can have revenue and income based on the usage of your library. So I'm just listing ways you can go to the link, to the Discord, and see the 10 items I put there. It lists all the different ways that you can have more source of making Polycoin. Because don't forget, by December 12th, we're going to consider the total Polycoin of all the startups and their team members. And the only coins which matters is from the team members that join the startups. If you have made coins and you're not in any of the startup yet, your coins are not going to have value to purchase any of the prizes. And becoming part of one of the startups is as easy as having 500 coins minimum and fill an application. The application is on Discord. So it's the extremely easiest step. And if you don't do it before the deadline, your coins will remain in your account, but you cannot spend them to buy the purchase the prize. So that was kind of an overview. Again, congratulations for the amazing impact you have had. Now you have the most famous institution in the world, Stanford, directly putting an infrastructure to judge your carbon removal solutions. And they're asking your help to come up with the new targets for the next year. So make sure you go to their website. There is a click there. There is a link for filling the application, for submitting your idea of future Poly Challenge. Put it there. They're going to review hundreds of these that's going to get submitted, and they're going to decide what are the important ones to announce for the next summer. And your startups can pivot to any of those that you like for the next year. Finally, the goal is Your startups are going to get better and better. You're going to find new subjects to work on. The goal is get to the point that your startups are so good that you use the funds that comes out of this December 12th to start to prototype your solutions and get it to the next level such that you can pitch to actual investors. In the spring, we are going to have a work with GSV, which is one of the largest VCs, venture capitals in the world in EdTech, that they provide their startup bootcamp in the Saturday session in the spring of 2022. So you're going to get now, like adults, that they go through the startup training and startup boot camps. And by next summer, you will be 10 times more amazing than you are right now. And you are on a path that eventually some of you get in front of investors that would like to talk to you about how to take your ideas to the next level. Now, don't forget, there is room for everyone. Everybody can help, even if you just solve the challenges, activities by merely solving those, because you learned and you got coins, and because you're part of one of these startups, you're helping your startup. So by just learning more, you help your startup. So you can start from that, and you can build on that, and then have machines that other people learn from it, and therefore you get coins, and your startup gets coins to eventually help actually the ideas and building prototypes. So there is a room for everybody to be in this journey of innovation. So make sure you get on the train, get your 500 coins, be part of the startup as soon as you can. Is there any questions? If there is any questions, I can answer. If not, we are going to move to the gaming session. Let me look, see if there is any questions. Okay, so Stephanie, I kind of took 24 minutes of the gaming session. I'm sorry about that, but it was important for everybody to know what an amazing achievement you have had to now be the world stage with the Stanford institution. And don't forget, any of you that get any of these rankings, you can shout that you got the ranking out of Stanford, judging your solution. So it's mind-boggling what kind of doors can open for you when you want to apply for the next great step in your journey. Stephanie, back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Amir. So everyone, we have the live gaming session today. Let's just do 30 minutes because I know it's getting late in some of the countries. And what we can do is we will switch over to the Zoom because now there's only about 67 people there. So there should be plenty of room for everyone that's on the Google Meet. I'll go ahead and share the link back to join in the Google Meet, and we'll all go to the Zoom and continue there. I'll also leave the YouTube live just in case it does get overcrowded. Again, then I'll start sharing the link for everyone. So let me go here. All right. So
I want to say just one point. You guys and gals, you achieved another milestone. You broke the limits that we have. So next time we have to make sure we can actually make sure that we can actually have much more number of the people coming. Congratulations for that.
All right, thanks everyone, and we'll see you on Zoom. Okay, do we have Ava here? I think we have everyone on mute, so let me go ahead and unmute you, Ava, through here. All right.
Okay. Hi everyone. Thanks for coming to the gaming session today. So, are there any startup members or just anyone in general who would like to present a machine that they created or create a machine live for this gaming session, or no? If you can, please write in the chat. Actually, no. Sorry, the chat is disabled actually. So anyone who has ideas of that, just unmute and say if you want to present.
Okay, let me add the functionality to be able to unmute. Okay.
Okay. It would be better.
Oops, sorry, I muted everyone of us so I could add that functionality. So you can go ahead.
Okay.
And
So I think it would be better for you to also open up the chat as well for people who have broken mics and things like that. But yeah, so if that's fine for now, I guess. Okay, so anyone who wants to present, just unmute yourself and say if you'd like to present and what you're going to be presenting. You can present any machine you've created, or you can create another machine during this gaming session. We're gonna be only doing a 30-minute one, as they said earlier, because the last meeting went a bit over time, so we're gonna have a much shorter one today. So I see a lot of people with their Jagan.
Yeah, can I present today?
Okay, sure. Present a machine.
Yeah, so I actually have made like a version of the shooting game we made last time. I made a much simpler version of it, and I'll just be showing it, and maybe some of you could give some ideas or something else. So this is the machine here. You can see I added this zoom in and out button. I'll just show you how it works. So basically I kept this memory here, this memory block, as true or false. Is it zoomed? If it's zoomed, then it should be true. If it's not zoomed, then it will be false. And then based on that, I have like a simple if statement. So it first gets the memory, then it checks whether it's equal to true. If it is equal to true, then it does the second stack. That is, it zooms out. Let me just write that down so that you can understand. Yeah, so it zooms out, and this one is it zooms in. So if I just run this machine and show, if I click it, I can zoom in and out here like this. And then you have some simple functionality like moving the gun and everything. And then I also added this, all of this is connected to a cube here. And then this cube, I have attached a gravity chip to it. So when you click the A button, it feels like you're actually jumping. I'll use this view to show. Yeah. And to shoot, you click the A button. So I'll just show you how it works. So you can double jump as well. If you click it twice, you can double jump. And then based on that, you have to shoot it. Using the B button, you shoot it. I'm actually using my keyboard right now to control it. So Asa, I got another one there.
Hi.
Another one.
Just want to ask anyone not presenting to mute themselves.
And then you can, I think you get the point right now. You can do the same thing for all these targets, and you can move around as well.
All right, Jagan, this is okay. Actually, Stephanie, if you're still here, could you please make it?
yeah, let me mute everyone, and then I'll go ahead and unmute Jagan. Let me admit everyone in. Unmute
Everyone.
All right, thank you. So just make sure everyone's muted except us, I guess. And then I might also ask to unmute some other people for presenting, but I think we will keep it like this for now, but we might ask for some other stuff. All right, thanks, Stephanie. So great machine, Jagan. If some people haven't came to the last game session and don't know what this is about, we actually created Jagan, is it okay if I screen share?
Yeah, it's okay, no problem.
Okay. So
maybe a question.
Yeah. Go ahead. Who was it? Okay, so this is the original that we created earlier during the game. It's actually kind of improved on this. People might not have seen half of this earlier on, but yeah, this is basically what we created last time, and Jagan's is a recreation of that, and this one's a little bit different. Stephanie, I believe you didn't. Did you make it so they can unmute themselves? Because I think that may be why people are still talking.
Let me me try one more time.
Okay.
And
So you can click on the red button to start. Here's the instruction.
let me unmute Ava, unmute Jagan, and then we should be good to
All right,
go.
great. So thanks, Stephanie. So basically, what you can do is you can aim and then you press A to shoot, and you can actually see the trajectory the bullet is going on when you press shoot. So it's a huge advantage. So you can see what to do next time, and you press B to redo, and you can kind of adjust to what you think you need to do. I think it goes around here, and let's see if that makes. And it seems like that missed as well. So yeah, if you hit the center around, if you hit this, like, there's a yellow part of the center, you basically just win. So that's basically what Jovan was doing, except he had a little bit of a different version, and this is the one that we created in the last gaming session. Okay,
Yeah,
so
the one you made, I tried it out a bunch of times. The thing is, it feels kind of slow, like you have to reset it and all. I thought, like, since Call of Duty is like a fast-paced game, maybe this could look cool. And yeah, that's why I did
okay,
this.
I'm actually gonna rename this. This was originally meant to be like that, but now it just turned into a target game. So I think I'm gonna rename this, and then we can use this name for something else. Maybe later on we could create something. I don't think we have enough time to do it today, though, so I'm not gonna create something like that. That's very difficult to create in such a short amount of time. Maybe I would create one and share it in the Poly Arcade. So does anyone have any ideas on what we should create for our next machine? I see a couple people raising their hands. If you raise your hand, this you can unmute. Or you could also say in the chat. Actually, preferably say it in the chat. So if you have an idea, please say in the chat.
I think the chat is disabled.
Not anymore. It was disabled. At least what I think. Is it disabled?
No, yeah, right now also I'm just checking. Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah, for me it's enabled. I'm not sure. For everyone, is that enabled for you? Can people send stuff? It seems like a lot of people are raising their hands. If you raise your hand, you can either talk in the chat or you can just unmute yourself. I'm not sure if you can unmute. Actually, I'm gonna mute the people who are raising their hands. I sent requests for everyone to unmute who's raising their hand.
I have a question.
Okay.
If I can. So I entered this meeting late and I don't get the whole point. I just listened to a couple of minutes. Can you elaborate more, like what we need to do exactly?
So, I just want to ask, when did you join? What time did you join? Do you know what time you joined this meeting? I just want to know so I can tell you where you need to catch up.
Like you said, when we reach like 2 stages, we can start our project on.
Carbon. If you're here for the carbon removal presentation or something like that, that was actually about 30 minutes ago. That was actually 9 to 10, PST. Oh, there. Okay. If so, basically, this meeting right now that you're in, from 10 to 11, that meeting is called the gaming session. And in this session, we just take a look at machines that people create, and we create new ones so that everyone can just have some fun and figure out some new things to create. Because every once in a while, you want to find something new to create in PolyUp. There's so many things you can do, so it's great to share some ideas during the session, and that's what the session is for. 9 through 10 is the session where startups are presenting. So if you were here to watch startups present, you could go there. Or if you wanted to present, you could actually write your name in the presenters list and you could present there if you were a startup. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. So right now we're in the gaming session. So I'm going to just move on. All right.
All right. Thank you.
All right. No problem. So does anyone have an idea of what we should do next? If you do, please write in the chat. And I believe there's a few already in the chat. Oh wait, okay. So just so you guys know, I can read a little bit of whatever language you're putting in the chat. Not that much though. So if you're trying to put that in a different language than English, that might be a bit of a problem for me. I think I can use Google Translate, and I know a little bit of that language, so I'll try to answer whatever you're saying. Just give me 1 second. let's see. Okay, so silly, I can't really read this, and I don't think Google Translate would work for this. So what I'm gonna just do is I'm gonna move on to some machine. Jogan, do you have any idea what we should create? Do you have an idea?
I think that you could like improve this machine, maybe make it a little fast paced or something like that.
Sure. So basically, you go here. So what about it is not fast paced? Would you like it to be more sensitive when you turn the aiming?
No, like I don't know if you have ever played games like Fortnite or Call of Duty, but there's always like a target somewhere or the other, and they're like maybe a moving target, a bunch of targets, some people coming near you, and maybe like a something that forces you to do it fast. Maybe like some zombie approaching you, or maybe just something. Maybe like to keep it simple, we could have some like fireball approaching you, and within that time you have to shoot it, or else you lose. And then maybe some wave, or I don't know, like maybe we could start off with some moving targets, and then we could go on from there.
So what I'm hearing here is that we need to basically, what's it called? Like kind of like shoot something before something else happens. So what we could do in that case is we could actually put this right here on top of maybe like a zombie's head. We could use the character library to create a zombie. We can make it maybe like green, and it'll look kind of like a zombie. And then we could put that put this little chip over there on this zombie's head. Okay, this is a bit of a weird color. Let's find a better one. Let's try this one. Okay, so there's not very good zombie textures. I'll try maybe a pale blue. Okay, I think this is the best. Okay, I think gray is this type of shade of gray is the best thing we're gonna get, the closest thing we're gonna get to a zombie. Maybe we can
I
put a
think
robot.
a green could look like a zombie, maybe.
Yeah,
green
that's what I was saying. That's actually what I tried, but this shade of green doesn't seem very zombie-like. It's very bright and lifelike. I don't think that's a good idea for a zombie.
Yeah.
If you had a better shade of green, sure. So maybe we could put like a robot or a or something gray to look more lifeless, and then we could just do this. Okay, so just so to catch up everyone, to tell everyone what we're doing, we are replacing this target with a moving zombie to shoot, and we're going to put this chip over here on their head. So we can actually detail the zombie's face later using like maybe put some stitches on it, make it look like Frankenstein. But for now, let's leave it as is, and let's just add some body parts to it. So let's add maybe some eyes. Where am I going? Okay, here. So let's put some eyes. Oh wait, wrong side. Okay, give me just 1 second. Let me turn this around. Okay, also, yeah, so now let's actually start creating this. So let's put the eye on and a second eye. And let's make these two eyes bigger. Oh, sorry. Okay. So we click on this eye. For some reason it's glitched, it seems like. Let's see how we can fix that. There we go. Okay. So let's put these eyes both maybe the scale of 1. So to do that, all we would have to do is click on these and get them opened. So this is 1.07. To make it more specific, let's put it at 1. Do the same thing here. Alright, great. So now that we have a more proportioned face, we could add a mouth, but we're not going to use the smiling mouth because the only two kind of settings we can use for that mouth is either smiling or sad. And I don't think a zombie would do either. Maybe they just have a more expressionless face. So to kind of emulate that, we could use one of these. So we can just do this. Oh, there we go. So I also noticed people are raising their hands. So if you have a question, write it in the chat. Also, I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the chat. I cannot read most of it. Sorry about that. Next time, I think I might get someone who knows this language well to join and see if they can translate these. So this is a mouth basically, and what we could do with this is create this internet gray or black, since the face is already gray, and that will basically just represent a mouth. And now what we have to do is attach it. Let's actually create one. Let's put one more to make it a odd number of squares. That way it's kind of like proportioned well, and when we put it on one of the anchors, the center's on the anchor, which would be perfect. So let's just do that real quick. What's this? And let's put this at the scale of 1. And of course, this. All right, perfect. So now we have a basic mouth, and we could quickly just attach this and make this go up a bit and turn it. All right, seems like it's good. Now we have to make it a tiny bit smaller because it's, oh wait. Let's make this a tiny bit smaller. Perfect. And move it a little bit this way. Okay, so for now, I would maybe like put some blood dripping off its face or maybe some more aesthetic things, but I'm gonna leave it as is. Let's just make it maybe kind of looks like a robot. And let's put this face back here. So where the target would originally be, let's put it there. And let's also detach this gold chip, and let's put it on its face. So how you do this, just put it straight on the center of its face. And now what we have to do is, what is it called? We have to replace the thing that the gold chip is looking for it to hit, because currently what it's looking for is this area right here, I believe. So let's see what we can do to fix that. It's kind of contacting this area. Let's contact the head instead. So instead of disk 13, we will use, what is this called? Head part. Okay, head part. Where is this? Okay, it's not here. Not here either. I have a lot of parts here. You know what? I'm actually gonna just throw this away currently. I no longer need it. I have a lot of these for a reason, because that way it's easier for the distance sensor I have to connect with this, because I had some glitches with the reason, which is the reason I had so many of those. So yeah, I just deleted all those, and now we can actually put maybe a body on this. We have 15 minutes, so I'm not going to go too detailed. Just put maybe a basic body. And to do that, we'll use this maybe as the actual body itself. Let's put this as a neck. And now we have a pretty functional body. So let's actually quickly attach this and attach it to this one. So this is the anchor. Okay, let's just use the anchor thingy. There we go. All right, great. So now we have a body, and we can attach this body to the head. Let's just do this. There we go. Okay, so we have a body, and to make this a little bit better, what we could do is make this generally bigger, and let's also make this one a bit bigger as well. And it seems as if it's working. So now what we have to do is add this maybe cylinder on here. So how this would work is just connect it like that and make it bigger. Not that big. Oh, there we go. Perfect. And we can tilt it like that. Move it a bit in. And boom, we have a sleeve. Okay, so now we can do the same thing, but with the other side. And let's also make this a little bit smaller. It seems it's popping out. There we go, perfect size. Okay, so now all we have to do is add in something very similar. Let's attach this, and what size is this? This is 0.91. And let's do the same thing we did with that one. So it seems like they are working very well. So we have 2 sleeves. Let's kind of make a actual arm. To do that, we'll use some of these. These are called long cylinders. I use them pretty often with these types of things. And all we have to do with them is maybe put, I think 2 or 3 would be enough. I'm not sure exactly which one, but I know that we don't need too many. So I think this is actually enough. So let's keep it about there, and let's tilt them. Oh, okay, wait. One second. Okay, so let's attach this. Okay. Okay, fixed. Okay, so now all we have to do is definitely tilt this. I believe we can use this. There we go. Okay, so that took a long time. Now copy and paste this and put the same thing but on the opposite side. So perfect. And now we have a pretty functional, well, pretty decent robot. So let's actually change the color of this. So what we do is make these both gray. All right, great. So now we have this robot right here, and we're trying to hit a bullseye in the middle of its eyes. Yeah, so I'm gonna add that to the story chip later. And this is a zombie robot. We'll come up with a name for it later on. And we should probably make legs for it as well. So we'll do that real quick. So let's just use these. These seem like very good ideas for legs. Let's add that on. Make these bigger in general. They're way too small. Let's go like that. And make, I think actually the color is nice. Let's leave the color as is. Or actually, let's see. Yeah, let's leave the color as is. There's some interesting pants. I think the more detailed stuff can wait because we have 9 minutes to make this fully functional. So let's just finish this last thing up, and then we're gonna move on to fixing the code to like adapt to this new object that we're using this new object that we're using. So let's find out. Okay, that's 1.23. Let's make this the same. So they should be the same size now, and let's move it in. All right, perfect. We have a robot, zombie, whatever we want. Okay, so now let's see what it looks like. So when we click this, interesting. So it seems like the neck is actually a little bit long, so let's fix that. Let's see. Pull this down a bit. That way the neck looks a little bit less long. And there we go. So we have a new body. And it seems like it should work. All right, great. So this looks around what we need. So let's see what happens when we try shooting it. And also we should probably move this up because it seems like the target is too high up for this, so let's definitely move it up. I need to find out which is there it is. Okay. Move it up. I think someone just raised their hand. So if you have a question, write in the chat. I'm gonna check the chat periodically. Okay, yeah, I don't understand this. Oh wait, sorry, you can unmute, Dragon. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what. I
Yeah, I
wasn't
was
able to
wondering why
unmute.
you were so quiet. Okay, so in that case, next time just send that chat earlier, or maybe I didn't see you chatting
Yeah,
earlier.
I actually sent it like 3
Oh wow.
times, maybe.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so I
Yeah,
need
no
to
problem.
I think I need to give you co-host, but for now, I think you have the option to unmute, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
great.
think you could add some like eyebrows to the zombie.
Oh yeah, eyebrows. Okay, that's a great idea. So let's go back to that. Well, it actually depends. Would you rather this be a zombie or a robot? If
I don't think a robot seems that creepy. Like maybe a zombie seems creepy.
yeah, a zombie seems creepier. Okay, that's a good idea. And if anyone on the chat wants something else, you can write that in the chat as well. Okay, so basically what we can do to create that is go to places and figures, character, and I believe we have an eyebrow right here. It's interesting, it's not connecting well. Let me zoom in a bit. And now I'll try that again. Okay, so it seems like the eyebrows, for some reason the anchors, I think we might have used the wrong anchors or something, so the eyebrows might not be working. So what we're gonna
Oh, okay.
do is we can just no, we can still make them work though. We can still make them work. So what we can
Also,
do for
I just had a suggestion I wanted to tell. Like for this library, maybe a part for a mouth, like a speaking mouth, would be really helpful.
a speaking mouth. Okay, so we
Yeah.
have a part
So like, no. What I'm trying to say is like, when I create videos, I thought like if we had the character speaking, like an animation of it speaking, then it would be really helpful.
so
But you can't do that using the parts right now.
so are you asking for a preset speaking animation?
No, not a preset, like the mouth one. Just the same that smile thing, but in the, I don't know how to tell it, but in the shape of a mouth. Do you get what I mean? A mouth part.
Oh, like a mouth that's an open mouth that looks like it's talking?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's exact.
interesting. So we could
And then
definitely
we can use like some simple code, like scale it up and down
yeah.
to
Our
make
company
it.
is actually working on a lot more parts. So if we have if we have some extra room for some new parts, I'll definitely suggest that to them. So I'll actually message one of our main builders for this library to talk about that, and I can see whether she thinks that's a good idea. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's fix this. So let's turn this around and do the same thing that we did with the last one. Just make sure it's not, yeah, it's off a bit. Let's fix that.
And also, I think most zombies, they have like some offset eyes, like one eye is in the top. And wait, I'll just search some images in Google. Maybe I can
Okay,
find that.
send an image in the chat. Actually, anyone who wants to send an image in the chat, just send some images and figure out exactly what you want. So here is basically something we created a lot. This is basically just something we created last time, and we're finally improving on it. So let's try this out. Okay, that's interesting. So let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, I think we actually. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, interesting. I think when we move the gun, this happened. Let's move the camera back.
Yeah, I just looked up some images. I don't think I can send it in the chat box, but I just saw one eye is bigger than the other. The mouth is like slightly offset, and it
Got
looks
it.
all
Okay.
weird and wonky. His face.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it ASAP. Okay, so here let's. Okay, so it seems like this is working. And I think I should change the color of this plus because of that. And I'm also going to take a look at what you sent.
I actually didn't send it because
Oh,
I can't
okay.
send it. I'll try to send on Discord. Maybe they're
Okay.
okay.
In that case, I can actually search it up myself.
Yeah, search for like zombie 3D model low poly. Then you'll like find the ones we
I'm gonna
want.
just call it cartoonist zombie, and I'm gonna base it off that. Okay, so I see what you mean. Sometimes the eyes are deformed.
Yeah.
I think I figured out a good idea. So, okay, so I figured out.
Oh yeah, I just thought about it. Yeah, you could rotate the eye.
Yeah, rotate the eye so the pupil is weird. So that would look very interesting. Okay, so let's zoom out. So basically, this is great because you can create anything you want with PolyUp. So you can actually just make this look however you want. So what I think we should do for this though is
yeah, you can go ahead.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
Okay, that looks a lot. This looks very interesting. Let's actually make one smaller than the other as well. Let's see what that looks like.
And then like move it a little down.
Move it down. Okay, let's move it down as well. So this looks very much like a zombie now, somewhat. Okay, so now.
And then maybe the gold chip, I think it's in the way. Maybe put it on the top of the head or something. It's still going to be connected to the head. So even if you shoot it in the middle, it's going to work, I guess.
Oh, true. Okay, so let's leave that.
Yeah.
And now let's go here. So this is a zombie basically, and let's see what happens when we shoot. Let's see if the gold chip is working or not. Oh, it seems like we missed actually. So,
yeah, it seems like we just hit it. It doesn't.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So there's a huge thing that we're not taking into account. So you see how this is much bigger than our original target? Our original target was a small disc. It was a yellow disc in the center that was much smaller. And what this gold chip does is it takes the center of this head, and it finds out exactly where what we're sending at it is compared to the head. So
I think you don't need that much. Just like get the distance between this and the bullet and check whether it's less. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is make this a little bit bigger though, because I have a feeling that we're gonna need it because of how big this head is. So let's adjust these two. I actually made this very small, so it's kind of annoying to access. Maybe I should have made them a bit bigger. Okay, so here. So I think in general 1.5 should be enough because we want it to hit anywhere in the head in general. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I think it's almost done. So if everyone could just stick around for maybe 2-3 more minutes, if it's super late where you are though, you should probably just go. And we'll be done with this. So let's try this one last time, but we will actually fix that distance sensor to make it get the bullet a little bit closer. And the distance sensor should be right here. Let's take a look at it. Where is it? There it is. Okay. And let's make this maybe 0.75. And let's try it one last time. So let's try it. Let's go down. And get a dead center. Still says we missed. Okay, so I think we're going a little bit over time now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjust these values until it finally works, and when we hit the head, it actually says we made it. But so it's getting a little bit over time, so everyone can just I think we're done with the gaming session for today. So we're pretty much done. Bye everyone. Thanks for coming.
Also, is there a intern meet today?
I believe so. I'm not sure. Okay, so thank you everyone for coming. So if you have any questions, you can send them in the chat. And that's pretty much it. So I'll wait here for me 1 or 2 more minutes in case there's any last minute questions, but everyone can leave now. Bye.